Okay. So yes, you guys managed to kill the monstrosity. You found a gap to sort of crawl your way through out of the cave. On your way through that cleavage, you did spot little cracks in the walls and noticed beyond those cracks was just a slight bluish glow. And you eventually, the last to venture into that crack, Gildan did see up ahead of him, silhouetted by the outside light, both Lovejoy and Biko. And what lays outside, nobody knows quite yet, but things could be
getting dicey.
Yeah.
In boss, let's go.
It's just straight to the final fight. This is wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait a second. There we go. That's the one I want to do. All right. So you're not out yet. You can see the light from outside up ahead of you. Let me just get some sounds. And you can hear the sounds of the forest getting closer as you sort of venture further towards that light. The other thing that you're noticing, let me just turn that down, that was very loud. You're noticing that there's, I'd say all of you are noticing this, that there's this warm, comforting feeling kind of washing over you. It's just vaguely there, but it seems to be emanating from outside of that cave. It's guiding you now. It feels like it's guiding you towards. It feels like it's guiding you towards the exit of this cave now.
Like a warm feeling.
It's just, it feels almost like a gentle embrace, and you're not sure whether or not it's just some of that natural light coming in after you've been under the underground for just that little venture. If it's just the warmth hitting you, but you're just feeling this comforting, this warmth around you as you edge your way through the last of that cave. Not that kind of edge. Lovejoy, you're at the sort of the front, and you notice Biko is quite up close behind you, and you heard some crashing of rocks again, and you turn around and you can see just away with a little bit of the light that's passing you. You can see Gildan has made it in and is making his way through that little gap behind you.
Oh. That's right. That's what happened at the very end. Like, we called back to Gildan about how I was seconds away from going back to get you and all that kind of stuff. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh. So when I look ahead of me, can I see, how much light can I see? Like, is it apparent to me that there is an exit here?
Yeah, so at the moment it looks like it's probably another 40 feet of cavern that's making its way slowly upwards as well. But you can see what is clearly light from outside coming down from that entrance.
And how tight is the tube? What would you call it? It's a fissure.
The fissure that you're in is it it looks like the exit is about the same width as the sort of tightness that you're currently making your way through. You could imagine, you're sort of picturing now being on the other side of it and understanding how something like this could easily be missed because it would be so sort of small and hidden.
Right. Oh, lads, keep going. Right up ahead. Oh, I can see the exit. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones, and I can feel the warmth of it. Oh, it's lovely. It is.
Oh, get a bit closer. I'm just gonna like try and squeeze my way forward. Oh, I can feel it too. Oh, that's a warm embrace.
Oh, it's like a cuddle.
Yeah,
It seems like a.
We could just stay here. What do you guys think?
Just
Or should
right
we keep
here, edging on the.
That's a terrible idea, Biko.
Yeah, come on, let's keep going.
What?
Oh,
What are you talking about, son? Have you been into your mushrooms again?
Well, yeah. Lovejoy, here's your pouch, mate. I found it in the thing. You dropped it by the guy. There's that pouch you had with the old
Oh, brilliant!
unmushrooms in it.
Absolutely brilliant. That is. Oh, thank you very much. That's brilliant. That is. Gilden, you're welcome to hold on to 15% of your lot that you got there, and I'll take the remainder.
The church much appreciates this, and I'm just going to pull out my alms box, and hold it out.
And I think you got the wrong end of the stick, son. And I'm trying to, I'm army crawling my way up the whole time while I'm having this conversation. I think you got the wrong end of the stick, me old mate. I said you're welcome to hang on to 15% of what you've got there. I can see you've got quite a load.
Hold on. Hold on. Let's talk about this. Get out of here.
It has been a while, so. It's only a few minutes before you make your way out, and you're basically what you're seeing now that you're outside of that tight space is that from this side now looking back at it, it's almost completely hidden by overgrowth, like that you'd have to really be looking for this specific entrance if you were to sort of venture in this way. And behind you now, you're back in that forest that you felt completely and utterly lost in before. It's still a beautiful sunny day with what light is coming down from the canopy above you. There's still plenty of birds and insects from all around making noise, but you're reminded instantly that you have no idea at all where you are, where the previous entrance was to this cave, and yeah, it's starting to sort of settle back in just how lost you were before and how lost you are again now.
Right. This hasn't been the euphoric moment I thought it might be, if I'm honest.
I think we pretty much nearly died in there, guys. I'm pretty sore. How about you? Who needs a rub on their little shoulder bits? Gilden.
I wouldn't say no. Yeah.
All right.
Give us a
gonna performance that.
Yeah,
roll.
thank you. Yeah, every rub there's a performance roll.
Oof.
I clicked it twice for some reason. Nat 3.
Nat 3.
Plus,
I think that's how they
plus 0.
I think that's how they put it. A Nat 3. Yeah.
Severe spinal injuries.
I think Vigo, you're like pushing down into all of the bits that have been like that Gilden got hit by those rocks earlier. Each of them just like
It might sting a bit, Gilden, but it'll feel way better afterwards. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Very kind. Oh, and Lovejoy.
No.
But you don't want to miss out on this.
Biko's going to cautiously walk towards Lovejoy.
Biko, I honestly save your strength. I think I feel bad taking it off you, to be honest.
Gilden licks his thumb, some saliva, and tries to rub off the blood off of Lovejoy's temple. Look, you got a lot of blood. Oh, gotta clean that up.
It's my old mum. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Yeah,
I'll make you a mud paste.
Right.
Just 1 second.
No, honestly, I don't need any kind of poultice or anything like that. It's just a small abrasion. Gilden, I must thank you, mate, for saving me back there. I felt the light come over me. I did.
Don't you mention it. Just next time payday comes around, just remember P-Law and everything he can do for you. He needs your money.
I think I should make it a wee donation right now. So and he fishes in his pouch and he kind of feels around for the smallest denomination he can. And he pulls out 1 copper and he goes, "That is for the church, my friend. For the church."
It will not be forgotten. I just put that in my arms box. Thank you very much.
With all that gold, like 400 gold pieces.
Well,
He puts 1 copper on top.
notice anything different, guys? Huh? And I hold out I'm just covered in gold. basically. I got gold locket, embroidered silk handkerchief sticking out the top here, small gold bracelet on.
Give us a look at that locket. I reckon I could appraise that for you.
Oh, be my guest.
Ooh.
Were you in the
How
same
much do you
tunnel
reckon
as
it's
us?
worth?
Well, I just had like death and like monsters. Like your tunnel looks way better.
There was a whole bunch of gold in there. Look at this. There's the gold locket, Lovejoy. Have you?
So,
you,
how do you want to work on the appraising on this one, Lovejoy? Do you want to give like an estimate to what you think it could be worth, and then we do a roll to see if it is actually worth that? Does that sound like an interesting way to do it? So at the moment, I have a sort of set idea how much each of those things cost, but maybe your appraising sees something I didn't see.
Well, how about I roll an investigation roll to tell me how good my inspection of the locket is, and then I'll have a crack at the appraisal. And I guess that could be like, well, your investigation roll was quite high, so whatever you appraise it as is quite accurate or not.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good. You just be like, oh, you get a net 20. It's 1,000. It's 4,000 GP.
11 plus 4, so 15 total. So that's it's pretty decent.
Yeah. I guess what I'll say is I think the best way to do this without it sort of being too something you can take advantage of is that I think you see it for what it is worth with a roll of 15. You don't think it's probably worth much more than 25 GP. You keep that in your own mind. Like you think of that's how much you think a lot of people might pay for it, but you know its real worth, and you can decide what you think that is.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's not a rare item. I'll tell you that. It looks like it's from not too long ago. Actually, it was probably made by one of the middling kind of smiths of this time. I'd say if you were looking to get this insured, you'd be looking at insuring it for somewhere in the region of 3 gold pieces.
Wow, that much?
Well, 2 really. Actually, a lot of these have come on the market lately, and there's a lot of them getting snapped up. They're really not going for as much as they used to. So, if you want, I've got a mate of mine back home. I can hold on to it for you and have a wee look at it.
I'd never sell it. I'd never sell it.
I know you'd never sell. I know you'd never sell it, just for insurance purposes, of course. But
what about this painting on the inside?
Yeah, no, I did look at that. Absolutely, I did.
Yeah.
That appears to be. I think that's just a scrawling. Really, that's just a doodle. That's not of any real worth or significance, really.
Yeah, it just fell in there.
Isn't it? No, I think probably the original's pretty long gone. It looks like a third-rate restoration to me.
Magazine clipping or something.
If I knew what a magazine was, I'd probably go along with that. But yeah,
periodical. Well, you know what? I think this is like a sign for Pelor. So he wants me to turn this into more money, I think.
Well, I can take it to market for you if you want. Next time we get somewhere, I'll probably have a wee bit of a setup going.
I'll bet you for it.
So sorry, you'll beat me.
I'll bet you.
I don't want
to bet you. Bet. A gamble.
You'll bet me.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I'll bet you this. For you just give me 3 GP gold pieces, and if I lose, you can have this. If you lose,
I'll tell you what. This sounds.
You give me 3 GP.
Me. How about I just give you 3 gold pieces now for the locket?
No, I want to double my money.
I can't really go any higher than 3, mate. Honestly, there's got to be something left on it for me.
Yeah. Oh, I'll bet you 3 GP. How about that?
What's the bet though? I don't understand. What I feel like this is just a transaction.
Dice.
While Lovejoy and Gildan are kind of like bickering over this little thing with the portrait in it, Biko, can I get an investigation? Give me a perception roll.
Certainly.
You've kind of been focusing on that subtle warmth, that sort of comforting feeling that you've all felt as you have made your way out of the cave, and you're spending a little bit of time now just like closing your eyes and trying to understand it a bit more. And now that you've stopped and you're trying to tune out the other two, of course you got kicked out of the merchant group with this kind of stuff going on. But anyway, you're focusing, and it almost feels directional. This warmth, this comforting feeling, it seems to be coming from a very specific direction. It's very subtle. But over to your left, you kind of hone in on it, and over to your left, in between two of these trees, going up the slow, gradual sort of rise, you're feeling this comfort, this warm, comforting feeling.
Nice. Biko rolled a 7 + 3 for a total of 10. And Biko's thinking with his injuries he suffered in the cave that some of his circulation is just working better when he's orientating in a certain way. And Biko's like, oh, guys, with the thing, yeah, cool. How about we go this way? Because I feel better this way. We can talk and walk with the
Okay.
things. Yes.
Yeah, one way's as good as another at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't want to go back the way we came.
As soon as you start all heading off in that direction, there's that sense, that comforting feeling is almost not replaced, but is mixed with the sense of relief and reassurance. There's something about this direction that's helping you feel that Biko's right. There's something about this direction. You don't know why specifically. Maybe this is just as a group you've figured out your bearings and you know the way you need to be going. But something is definitely now guiding you, comforting you, and it's in that direction as the conversation and appraisal about bets continues. What I will say is maybe after about 10 or 15 minutes of just moving in that direction and that feeling just building around you, there is a rustling of leaves nearby, just under the undergrowth, just off to your right, just a bit of a rustling.
What was that?
Is
Is that one of those rocks?
Yeah. Can you give me all an investigation roll, please?
Everyone?
Yeah. Oh, if you think you would investigate, give us a roll.
As soon as Gildan said rocks, Biko's pretty triggered, so he uses his investigation.
Yeah, I think that is definitely the first thing that comes to mind when you hear that noise, is the sort of the cheeky little rocks that was pelting against you.
Cheeky little guys.
And trying to steal your pouch, like trying to...
Cheeky little fuckers trying to crack
Cracking our heads in.
rob us. So cheeky. Cheeky freak of the week.
Cheeky freak of the week.
Captain Cheeky.
Yeah. Okay. I just had a little roll there. Biko and Lovejoy, you both instantly, you hear that noise and you instantly look down in the direction that it's coming from. And you reveal just these small little unknown tracks. Really small. On the dirt, you pull up some of the leaves and some of the undergrowth. You see these little tracks that are just lead off around behind a tree that's maybe 10 foot away. And they don't look like any sort of tracks that you've seen before.
Lovejoy, do you want to appraise these little footholes? Like, what do you think, man?
Do you say, what do the tracks look like? They almost look like little V's, just little V's on the ground. Similar to maybe like a bird print, but not any bird that you are aware of. And much smaller. They're very small. And
It
heaps
looks
of
like
them.
some sort of tiny little bird colony or something. Maybe the birds have all gone beyond that tree, haven't they?
Lunch, anyone? No?
What's that, sorry?
I don't want to eat birds.
Oh.
Lunch anyone, did you say?
Yeah, like, birds go well with a bit of food. Yeah.
Oh, you do? You do want to eat the birds?
We could
Well,
catch one and cook it and eat it.
you're
Okay.
a man of nature, Biko. Have you ever seen a little print like that before? It's far too small for anything I'd be aware of.
Actually, yeah,
No.
give me a... what roll can we have on that one, actually? Give us
Nature?
a nature roll.
Bird roll.
Bird roll. Roll for bird.
They could be big birds with really small feet.
No, Big Bird's massive. He's yellow. You can see him a mile away.
Yeah. Oh,
Big Bird.
Biko is like,
Whoa!
he has a flashback of that one time when he was deep in the forest looking for the mushroom and stuff happened, but then there was a little footprint that may or may not be relevant because he rolled a nat 20.
Okay, so
0.
with a nat 20, first of all, Biko has never seen anything like. He's seen a lot of footprints out in the sort of undergrowth from all of his foraging for mushrooms, right? And it's really weird. He feels like, while it doesn't remind him of any animal he knows of, it does remind him of there's like a specific mushroom that grows these little appendages that are purely cosmetic. But it would look like someone had broken off one of those little appendages and made a whole bunch of little tracks on the ground with it. So it's really weird. It doesn't remind him of any like animal he knows, but it's making him think of mushrooms.
Gotcha. Guys, would it surprise you if these little tracks made me think of, yeah?
What?
Mushrooms, but I don't think this is a bird.
Again.
I don't think it's a bird. I think someone's playing with us, like Gildan, right? With the little.
You think a mushroom has made these?
Yeah. Well,
Fuck's sake.
mushrooms don't have feet. That's silly, but you could get a mushroom, chop it up, make it look like a little foot, put it on your feet.
You could. Yes, that's true. It's true. You sold me. Okay.
Yeah.
Someone's messing with us. They've gotten a mushroom. They've made a little V shape out of it, and they've made little V prints.
That
Okay.
convoy is going to be around here, just messing with us again.
That makes sense. I think it might be. I think they've done you dirty. They've used your mushrooms against you, and now they're trying to lead you to certain death beyond that tree.
It wouldn't be the first time they drugged us, right? So, mushroom.
How about we throw a rock at the tree?
It's the people that have left us behind. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
They've made tiny V's and made it go behind the tree. Okay, well, I actually want to confront these people. I'm going to go around the tree, and I'm just going to be quite annoyed that they have gone to all this trouble to make these little tiny tracks, and I'm just going to go around and confront them.
Are you saying anything as you stomp towards that tree?
I'm going to be like, look, I think it was really rude to leave us behind back there and to drug us. And I don't think it was fair.
You're mid-sentence as you make your way around that tree and there's no one around. But in a little clearing just past that tree is sort of 7 small mushrooms in a ring. Each mushroom may be no taller than 2 to 3 inches tall.
Little mushrooms.
Just little mushrooms in one of those little, are they called fairy rings where there's like mushrooms grow in a circle?
Yeah. Okay, well, I think it's just you've gone too far this time, guys. Come out.
There's no response. Just birds and insects around you return your call.
Well, Biko, you got to like this. Look at this.
Oh, Biko scuttle over, and he sees the mushrooms. And oh, Golden, you see? Thanks, man. And he's going to whip out his mushroom filleting knife.
Whoa. Well, okay.
Okay.
And he's going to start to get to work on his mushroom filleting skills. And just like cut off like tiny little fillets off each mushroom.
Before you cut any of them up, can you just give me a dex roll for like just reaching out to grab one of these mushrooms?
Certainly.
You're going to get filleted by these mushrooms.
Biko rolls a 12 plus 4.
Okay, great. Yeah, you go to reach out, and just before you get to it, it like grows these tiny little like parts of its body separate out to little legs and go to scamper off as you just reach your hand around it. The other 6 mushrooms all hop up and just dart off into different parts of the undergrowth. Other people are welcome to try and grab one or attack one as they go to run off. But Biko, you do have one squirming and writhing in your hand.
Biko's going to hold it like, shit, guys, shit, pass.
Do they normally do that, Rico?
Biko's going to see if it looks nefarious or evil or friendly.
It looks like a mushroom that now has legs and is alive and it's squirming. It's not making any sounds. It is just squirming to try and pop out of the top of your hand.
Right. Biko's just going to keep swearing at it. Pass, guys, what? They shouldn't pass.
What is up with everything growing arms and legs around here?
Yeah, I'm going to take out my scimitar and I'm going to be on guard now for mushrooms. I'm on guard for mushrooms.
As soon as Ledger brings out a scimitar, Biko's just going to throw it at the ground.
Okay, that thing just slams down into the ground, and for just a moment, you see just a drop of this blue fluid sort of seep out of where it hit the ground and instantly just evaporate into the air. And now the mushroom is just not moving. There's no motion to it anymore. Its little limbs limp at its side. And all of the other...
No one likes a limp mushroom.
And all of the other mushrooms that were there, the other 6, they seem to have just gone. They all just scarpered off into different directions.
Biko, you've murdered it.
Guys, I've never seen a mushroom like that. Shit! And he's gonna gently
Did you
pick it up
see?
like a baby.
I'm gonna poke it with a stick.
It responds like a mushroom. It's that same sort of spongy material. Its little legs limply hanging over the edge of Biko's hand now.
Sad.
Oh, guys.
Did you see that?
Yeah, saw it.
Oh,
No, but did you notice that little blue eminence from it? Just like in the cave, something is going on around here. There's some sort of magic in the air, isn't it?
Mm.
what do you guys think? I'm not much of a magica guy. Is this like poison or something? Should we?
Maybe it's a ghost.
Yeah, I think you should give it a lick.
Yeah, that's wise.
Heard that one before. Well,
Biko's going to tactfully lick it.
Okay. Before you do, give me give me another nature roll. This is going to see if you recognize what kind of mushroom it is.
huh.
Okay.
Biko rolls a net 19.
Of course,
Plus 0
Biko
for
knows what this mushroom is. It's weird. You've never seen them sprout legs or limbs before, but you know of it as a Celeritis maximus. It's a specific kind of mushroom that is usually found underground. So it's quite weird to see it up here, but it's also weird to see it in a group with limbs. It often avoids light and often grows in very, very dark conditions with just the small cap of the mushroom peeking out of the ground or leaf cover. The cap is small, it's light green and a little sticky, and the stem is long. And these are known for the stems to travel quite long underground, like for feet.
Yeah.
And this obviously is only 3 inches at its height. You know that it can be harvested and brewed into a strong tea that can give someone a little bit of extra speed for a dozen minutes or so, up to a dozen minutes, depending on the tea.
You skipped over a little bit there. That says they do 1d4 necrotic damage on skin contact. I don't know if
that's
the tongue is skin.
that's because I haven't read it. It's not part of it. I'm just reading the parts that
I don't know.
I'll hide those rolls from now on, so I don't. Yeah,
Guys, it's the Celeritis mushroom to the max. These guys, don't know what the legs are. I'm tempted to just lop them
Give them a
off.
touch.
But yeah, it'll
Touch
come
them with
handy.
your skin.
And Biko's going to fold it into one of his mini pocket layers of his leather armor.
Okay. By this time, the sun is starting to sort of lower a little bit on the behind the tree canopy, right? You guys have been traveling in this direction for a wee while now, as well as the waking late thanks to being drugged, and you're not sure how much further you need to go in this direction to get to whatever it is that is calling you in this direction. But you continue on as the sun starts to set. Did you guys want to, or did you guys need to do a long rest, or do you just want to continue down this in this direction as long as you might need to?
Are there any signs up ahead, like in the distance, like smokestacks?
No. There's the only thing that's interesting is it feels like you've been traveling uphill this entire time. Just this slight, just a slight rise. But you've been traveling for about an hour and a half.
No way I'd be walking uphill. I just wouldn't do it.
If it wasn't for that comforting, reassuring feel, maybe Lovejoy would be heading in a different direction.
Guys, should we take a breather, or should we just up there? What do you reckon?
I feel pretty good. I feel relieved.
Let's crack on, maybe. I think we probably want to find a clearing or some water or something by nightfall. If you don't have any potions or any mushrooms that might aid us in sort of stamina or strength, do you, Biko? I know I don't like to talk about your mushrooms as often as I should, but
I really appreciate the question, Lovejoy. And Biko's going to sort of ruffle his cloak a little bit, just see what falls out. There's no sort of organization to it at all, and some chunks of mushroom land in his hand. Not that one. And he's just going to dig through his inventory, and he's going to find he's got rations in his inventory. Is the GM happy that there's some very benign, common sort of mushroom, guys?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Cheese and bacon flavor.
Yeah. Ration mushrooms. Lovejoy, Gilden, do you guys want a little mushroomy guy? I call these guys funsies. They're just pretty good, you know?
Right. Ordinarily I'd find it insufferable, but this nice warm feeling I've got, it makes me think, I'll absolutely have a wee snack on that.
Because going to hand it all out to the guys.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Eat them raw, cook them, doesn't matter. They're just for fun.
I feel funner already.
You look funner.
Thank you, Gilden.
Reminds me of that decision Beaker made to walk in this direction. Like, it's gonna work out, guys. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Onwards.
All right, guys, you carry on for another hour before you see the tree line in front of you start to thin out, and it looks like you're about to reach the crest of some sort of the top of this upwards climb that you've been taking. It's only been gradual, but after almost 2 hours of this uphill walk, you're starting to feel it in the old thighs. As you near the top of that small crest that you've been moving towards, you see the ground beneath disappear in this lazy downward slope down into this valley. And a few miles from that crest, you can see a small village nestled in what seems to be a shallow but lush crater. There doesn't seem to be too many houses in there, maybe only a couple of dozen homes that you can see. And from this distance, it looks like there may not be all that too many people living in this rather hidden village. But what you can see is that its very center is a larger building than the rest, and it's completely surrounded by lush trees. And that's what you're seeing looking down into this
civilization. We're saved.
Amazing. Oh, that is a sight for sore eyes, that is.
Nice work, guys. Nice. Let's just press on in.
Biko, well done, old son. You told us go this way. We've gone this way, and look what we found.
And there's something so comforting about this village. The relief of finding something, obviously, after traveling completely lost for hours now. But there's just that absolute comfort and this reassurance that you're not alone now. That really sort of lands inside the hearts of you. I'll let you guys decide how that might affect you all. You don't have to share it, but it's something that really means something to your characters. And as you start to approach the village, you can see just a guy waving out. He seems to be incredibly excited as he spots you up on the sort of the edge of the valley, and he's waving out and just starts. He's clearly like calling out, or so, you can see that he's gesticulating to some people, and people are coming out of their homes, and they're all waving excitedly up at you as well. And he just starts running towards you all. And with the idea of hopefully meeting you before you can get to the village.
Oh, look at that! It's waving at us.
Oh, guys, what a welcome! What a welcome party this is. Lovejoy's going to start waving back.
I'm waving.
Biko's going to sprint down there.
Yeah, okay, Biko.
Yes.
Biko, you sprint down and you meet this guy, and he's I'm just going to bring up some details of our guy here. He is a youngish-looking guy, maybe probably not even hitting 20 years old yet. So he's a pretty young guy. He's quite thin. He's got like dark curly hair, and he's wearing this big floppy hat, and he's just got this beaming smile as he meets you, and he matches your excitement as he sort of comes down and just gives he's gesticulating as if to give you like a hug. He's just so excited. Is Biko sort of throwing his arms out as well?
Biko's so down for a run-up hug. He'll flap his arms and be like,
and he just wraps his arms around you and gives you this massive squeeze. And he's just so excited to see you. Let's see if we can get into position. We haven't seen someone around these parts in so long, and look at you, look at that big beard of yours as well. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I'm Todd, T-O-D, Todd. It's nice to make your acquaintance.
They called Biko, yeah, we were in the forest and you came out, there's some little mushrooms and all kill things. Nice to see you, mate.
I think Lovejoy and Gildan, at your own pace, sort of make your way towards what is just this jumping, excited mass of Biko and Todd. And when you two approach, Todd sort of stands up, brushes himself off, and says, I can't believe this. 3 of you, this is the most exciting. Everyone is going to be so excited to see you. Welcome. This, and he sort of gestures behind him to reveal the town behind him. He says, this is Kalderra. You're going to love it here.
Right, brilliant. Well, that's just amazing. That is. All right. What did you say your name was? Sorry, I'm Lovejoy.
Todd Farmhand.
Todd Farmhand. That's very derivative, isn't it? Well, lovely to meet you, Tom. Todd, sorry.
T-O-D, Todd. I get that all the time.
I can't believe the first character of me immediately after that.
It's in character, I think.
Yeah.
Hello, Todd.
This is good.
Or is it Tom?
He's the guy with the thing. He's so good.
This is so nice. This is such a nice, warm welcome.
Biko, Lovejoy, and what was your name, sorry?
Gildan.
Gildan, this is so exciting. That's so exciting. You're probably wanting to know why I'm so excited. Anytime anybody new comes into the village, we throw a celebration. So there hasn't been a celebration in moons. I couldn't tell you that it's been so long.
Really? Are you somewhat off the beaten path, are you? We actually came here because we we were lost in a cave, weren't we, lads? And we crawled up out of that, and then we bumbled our way through the forest, and here we are. But we're looking to maybe stop off quickly, but then catch up with our merchant friends. You haven't seen them come through here, have you?
No, just you through. You were lost, and then Aristal found you. It seems.
Now we once was lost, but now am found. Gildan will tell you all about it.
Yes, yeah. I met Aristel.
Well, people describe him as different things and feelings, but often everybody who's found themselves in Kalderra has been guided in some way by Aristal.
Oh, right.
The person? I don't get it. Is there a sign?
Is he around here?
What's that?
No, our deity, Aristal. You were obviously guided here in some way. You didn't just find yourself here in Kalderra, right?
It was like a
Right.
religious thing, is it?
It's a Gildan question.
Damn. So it's really pouring down with rain where I am. And
I heard that.
and
In
thunder.
Kalderra, yeah.
By the way, in Kalderra, beautiful sunny day. So for podcast listeners, it might be a little confusion that you can hear rain and thunder. It's actually beautiful and sunny here in Kalderra. So sorry, did Gildan ask if it was like a religious thing? Is that right?
Yeah, is that it's like a religious thing, I guess. Okay.
Yes. I'm sure you'll learn everything about Aristal while you're here.
Okay, great. A bit of competition.
Come with me. Let me show you around. And he's sort of spryly. He jumps up and sort of starts walking down towards the village.
Tom, have we got a boozer here?
TOD, Todd.
Todd. Sorry.
Todd.
Sorry. Something about it. Toddles. Have we got a boozer in town?
A boozer,
Yes.
which I'm not sure. Sorry, we don't get many foreigners in
pub.
here. Oh,
A tavern.
tavern, right? Yes, yeah. The Broken Wand would. Yes, we have one. I can show you.
The Broken Wand. Well, I'm looking forward to getting into the Broken Wand a little bit later.
It looks
Thank
like
you
you've.
very much for
It looks
that
like you've
information.
travelled quite far to be here. So I'm sure that would be a great place for you to rest. And plus, Wilfred, I'm sure will keep you entertained.
Wilfred. Who's Wilfred?
The barman and the owner of the Broken Wand.
Right, brilliant. That sounds great. Thank you very much, Tom.
Name dropping.
It's
Does he dance?
Does he?
Eat fire?
There's the amount of things Wilfred has done in his lifetime. He'll tell you anything and everything. He's quite a storyteller.
I bet he is off. He sounds like a great
Guys,
guy.
we should check this out. The guy knows it. Yeah. Let's go to this tavern.
Let me just move you guys onto a map. As TOD takes you further down towards the village centre. So you're coming in from sort of the north eastern corner. I've put your tokens there, but we don't have to move those around specifically. But this is Kalderra. You can see the village in the centre surrounded. The larger building in the centre surrounded by the trees. There seems to be maybe 24 homes around this small village, and you can see off to the side a small river passing by, and what looks to be some sort of mill, water-powered mill down on the river as well. And he takes you. There's no path. You're not on a path specifically as Todd leads you down towards the village, and you can see that most of the paths around Kalderra are just mud or dirt in grass. They've been carved out via wagon wheel or underfoot. But you can see from that higher vantage point that the area around that building in the middle seems to have specifically placed stonework on the ground, almost like it's a nicer place to walk. There's bits of dirt sort of move in from the edges of that stonework, but in general, it seems to be looked after around that larger building. As Todd takes you down into the village, you can see more people coming out of their homes and waving out. And Todd says, "They are going to be so excited to see you." It's Biko's waving.
Hello.
Nice.
All right. How are we all doing?
You can see there's like small families as well, little kids that are there as well, just excitedly running around waving. Some of them are just a bit distracted and almost don't even care. But there's definitely energy to this place that you're moving into now.
I'm feeling better by the moment. I think this is going to be a lovely little stopover.
Todd also notices, obviously, you've got some pretty nice gear on you. And he mentions that a guy by the name of Barris would absolutely love your gear. He's our blacksmith. He's not really needed much here, just due to how quiet this place is. But he was a blacksmith before he came in, before Aristal blessed us with him and him with us. But I'm sure he'd love to check your gear out.
What, is he a bit of a collector, is he?
He's a blacksmith. He makes gear, and he's been working on some stuff lately, but it's all for show, unfortunately.
All for
Right.
show. You don't have...
Well, no one here really knows how to use it. We don't really get many things
Right.
to use it against. So it's kind of
Lovejoy
just for show.
pulls out his scimitar all of a sudden, like, whoa!
Oh, Todd is just like eyes open, like, oh!
Only joking. Oi, your face. I had you going in right then, didn't I? Eh? Oh, not to worry, son.
It was like
That's,
he had no idea of a possible threat. He's so innocent that he was just amazed at your speed and how shiny the scimitar was. He didn't feel threatened. He didn't even know really that a threat could have taken place. If you want to, you can roll to make it more scary if you want to add a bit more intimidation to it. But you imagine this guy... You can imagine that he's never seen sort of maybe any confrontation before. Probably ever.
Right.
What do you guys do for gambling around here?
I don't think we've got anything set up. Did you want to create some sort of gambling group? Sounds amazing. Can you teach me?
Yes. Have you got any money?
Money? Yeah. Yes. A little. Do I need
Thank
it?
you.
Thank you.
Gilden.
You're welcome.
I love Joy, like elbows Gilden in the ribs.
Well, maybe later.
What could I show you? Obviously, like I said, we've got the broken wand. We've got the blacksmith. We've got the town master. We've got the bakery. We've got everything you could even... Kalderra has everything you could ever want.
Have you got an antique shop?
No.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, it's been lovely meeting you. I will be hitting straight off again.
Leaving.
I don't know about you. I think Lovejoy turns to Biko and Gilden at this point and went, I don't know about you guys, but I am absolutely ravenous. As good as your mushrooms were, I would not mind to proper bloody nosh up and then I lie down. I'm still feeling woozy from where I got hit in the head.
Well, I could take you to the broken wand. It is getting late. Maybe Wilfred can help you out there.
Let's go, guys.
That works for me, old son.
Okay, follow me. And Todd takes you through town and brings you to one of the larger buildings within Kalderra. Everything's relatively small in general, but there is a couple of larger buildings. He takes you past the blacksmith and general store, which seems to sort of be a side-by-side, like they're connected, which is, if you can see me there, just sort of northwest of the center there. And he takes you past there and through to this smaller building further west. And it's a picture on the the outside of it of a broken wand, a snapped wand, right? And underneath written the broken wand, as if it wasn't clearly obvious from the sign. Todd says, "Here we are, the broken wand. I've got to go and tell Edric about your arrival, so he knows what to prepare for the celebrations tonight."
Who's
Tonight?
Edric?
Edric is the town's master.
Oh.
Right. And these celebrations tonight, are they sort of mandatory, or
Well,
how long roughly would they be taking?
We'll be having them. We'll be having them for sure. I mean,
We got cake?
is that okay? Is that okay? I mean, if you guys are too tired, I can possibly ask Edric if we can delay them till tomorrow night, and maybe tomorrow night's a better.
No.
How about tomorrow night is a better time for me to show you around, meet people, and then we can celebrate.
Well, I'll leave that up to you, Tom, but I do want to get inside and with the old whistle, to be honest.
Okay. Well.
Right, yeah.
Okay, well, come on through. And he opens up the door, and within the broken wand, there seems to be, a few handful of people in there, and behind the counter is Wilfred. Todd sort of introduces, they're almost like they're expecting you. The broken wand is spotless. It is super clean in this place. And you can see that Wilfred standing behind the counter with a towelette over his shoulder, is currently wiping down a couple of glasses and preparing it all, making sure everything is just spick and span for you, as if he was hoping that the word of the new people into Kalderra would stop here first. And he sort of throws out his hands to the side, and I don't have a picture for him yet, guys, sorry. Says, welcome to the Broken Wand. It is great to see you here today. Todd, thank you for bringing him here straight away. Come on in. And sort of beckons you in.
Well, thank you very much. This looks like my kind of boozer, boys.
Biko's going to run up
so
to
clean.
the counter and be like, where does sunlight come from?
What?
That's
Todd
a good
said
question.
you know everything. Where's it come from? There's heaps of it. I wondered for so long.
Well, I'm sure Aristal is the governing body behind everything natural
Whoa.
and unnatural around.
P-Law knows all about that. I can tell you about that. About the light. That's the one thing he does go on about. That's the only thing he goes on about.
Oh, we've all got a P-Law in our life, don't we?
Yeah.
Someone goes on and on.
I thought you meant literally have P-Law. That reminds me, you might like some of these, and I produced a couple of pamphlets and hand them out. Just to let you know all about P-Law and
What's on the pamphlet? So he picks it up and... What have we got here?
it's have you heard the good news about P-Law?
Have you heard the good news?
And how we can change your life and bring light into it, and to get in contact with your local P-Law church, which is I'm the representative in this area. So
he sort of slams it face down onto the counter, and he looks at you, Gildan, and says, "You can't bring this stuff. I understand this has been a long journey for you, and I understand that Aristel has guided you to Kalderra today. But this kind of paraphernalia, this propaganda... what was your name, sir?
Gildan. Glowbone.
What?
Glowbone.
Oh, okay. Gildan, this kind of paraphernalia, you can't be showing this around. I get where you came from. I used to be a man of other gods before I settled here in Kalderra. But let me tell you, this P-Law, he's not as powerful as you may believe. And Aristal, he will show you that. But you've all come to the Broken One not to discuss religious beliefs. You've come here for a drink. And
we have.
everybody gets a celebratory drink on their first day in Kalderra. We don't have too much
Free
on
drink.
offer, but what we do have is loved by all. Here, try Kalderra's very own. And he turns around and starts pouring this ale out of these giant barrels behind. And brings 3... Don't make that sound. 3 pints.
I liked it.
Okay. He brings 3 pints of Kalderra's ale onto the counter in front of each of you. Go on, give it a try.
Absolutely murder one of these.
You're making it sound like really thick and viscous ale. Can I get a constitution saving throw from each of you lot, please?
Oh, after hearing that.
Just whether or not you throw up after hearing how Lovejoy... Again, I just want to say it's very obvious why you lot were thrown out of the merchant party.
Beaker rolls an 8 plus 2 for 10.
I have 10. Okay. We don't have very big throws here, but that's okay.
4 plus 2.
So we've got a total of 10 for Biko, total of 4 for Lovejoy, a total of 6 for Gildan. None of you really like this beer at all. You drink it back because of it was on the house, but maybe Wilfred instantly sees you not enjoying the drink.
By Pelor's hat.
And says, "Look, it's an acquired taste. I know you'll grow to love it. I'm sure."
Best drink I've had in at least a few hours. Thanks.
Well, look, I appreciate the freebie there. What did you say your name was? Eldrick?
Wilfred.
Wilfred.
Wilfred, yes.
Right, Wilfred. I appreciate the freebie, mate, but have you got anything a bit less like toenail clippings?
We don't get too much from the outside world here. And what was your name? Sorry, we've got Glowbone.
I am Lovejoy, my friend. Pleased
Lovejoy.
to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too. Unfortunately, this is all we have, and it's made from our local wheat and grains, and I get it. It's an acquired taste, but maybe if you order some more of this, I could add some of our honey to it and sweeten it off for you.
What's wrong with your wheat?
What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean, what's wrong with our wheat?
Making an enemy of this guy.
Guys, it's
No. You're just making it. You said it's an acquired taste, and it's,
look
so
at
it's
the
obviously
faces you
not-
guys have. It's clearly something that not partial to the
You
drink.
said that you don't get many outside
Anything.
visitors. I was
We don't
just
get
wondering.
Many outside anything. We try and keep this place tucked away, sacred.
Oh,
We only let those that, I almost said Pelor, Aristel guide.
well, tapping the brochure there, doing its work.
He just pushes it away from him. No, none of this. None of this.
Guys, it's like when you eat those black mushrooms that aren't very good, but if you eat enough of them, then they taste alright. Let's just give it a try.
Maybe I'll dip some
I've given
funsies
it a
in
try.
there.
It was not the best. Have you got any meat?
Yes, we do serve food here. If that's yes,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
absolutely do.
Yeah. I'm looking for a lovely joint of roasted beast of some sort.
Well, yes, I'm sure we could figure something out. It
Got a
comes with
menu that I can look at or peruse.
Yeah, he points to like this board that just like has like scrawled into it like 3 items, and it's just like number 1 is like bread, just it's Kalderra's loaf. It's called Kalderra's loaf at the top. The second one,
Did you have a loaf for me?
yeah, the second one it just says meat of the day, and then the third one underneath that is local veg. And those are kind of the 3. Here's the menu.
Right. I'll go for the meat of the day, thank you, my friend.
All right, meat of the day. And the rest of you,
Biko's not going to look at the menu and be like, "Meat of the day sounds good." I'm Biko, by the way. This place is great.
Nice to meet you. Globo?
I'll take whatever you recommend.
Meat of the day it is.
Yeah.
3 meats of the day.
Meat of the day.
All right, that'll be.
What is the meat of the day?
I'll find out for you. It's whatever we get our hands on, basically. So I'll check and see what's coming. Oh, and he
No one else has ordered meat of the day today.
not yet. So it seems everyone's going for bread today. It's strange. He gestures over to one of the empty tables in the broken wand, and everyone else has just sort of been sitting and watching. Like it's been quite silent. And as you venture over to the table, everyone turns back to themselves and gets back into the conversations that they were having, leaving you at this table within the broken wand. And we'll have a 5-minute break here.
Brilliant. So I need to pop to the loo. Sorry, boys.
Okay, yeah, all good. It's hot. I'm in a very hot room. We had like a raid partway through that. Sorry for not quickly calling out. Thank you for the raid. As it happened, as we sort of record for podcast at the same time. But thank you so much for the raid from Robert Hartley GM, raided with a party of 121 viewers. So thank you so much for bringing your group in. See the concern on our faces when we realize we were talking to a room of over 100 people instead of 30 as it might normally be. So thank you.
Is it normally 30?
It's anywhere between like
I was imagining
18 to
tops.
30. Yeah, it's over 120 now, which is very nice. Thanks for coming along. Yeah, hi. We've had a few follows thanks to that as well, so thank you so much. How you guys finding the session so far? Oh, Shannon's out. He's gone. So
I didn't do that on purpose.
Oh, okay.
I just changed the Animal Crossing background.
right.
Using a computer, that thing happens sometimes.
It does.
Yeah, it's crashed.
Loving Kalderra, dude.
Yeah, what'd you think of the map?
Tell us more about it. It looks
Beautiful.
cool as hell.
It was fun to make. So I used Incarnate. So thanks to people who have subscribed to a part of our Patreon, I used the funds to grab an Incarnate subscription, which I used to just have a bit of fun with. Grabbed some reference to sort of go off, as well as some of the ideas that I had just in my mind for what this place sort of looks like. And just sort of just got started with it. It was a lot of fun. It was a hell of a lot of fun. Took me quite a while.
Oh, so you made it.
Yes.
good.
So yeah. The all of the houses and stuff are assets that you can just drop in, and the trees are houses. The trees are houses. The trees are assets that you can just drop in. And yeah, I think I might add a little bit more over time just to sort of make it look a little more lively. There's a big, obviously, blank spot off to the northeast that I sort of have forgotten. But well, maybe it's all just plain grass there, but that's okay. It looks good. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like the angle. It's not like just straight down.
Yeah. I wanted to, because like a lot of village maps are quite interesting. And have cool angles and kind of look fun. But then you've got your battle maps, which are usually predominantly sort of top down. I just wanted to do something a little more interesting. So I'm really happy that it had the flexibility to do it. It's there's a couple of like little small bits and pieces that I like, but yeah.
I'm imagining there's a little quadcopter with a little bit of blue mist coming from it that took that photo of the
right. A sentient quadcopter.
Yeah.
The trees are houses could be an interesting plot device, says Will Ant Sunshine. The houses, on the other hand, are rivers. The trees are houses, the houses are rivers. I like it.
The grass is the sky is the
Wow.
Yeah, and I was the bridge all along.
It's going to be hard to take notes on this session.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely the mushrooms are kicking in now.
Yeah. Logic -1.
Did you like the mushrooms? I liked your nature
so
roll
good.
when looking up at the the tracks as well. I was like, I suppose he'd have some sort of idea of what's it. And that perfect nat 20 for that as well was.
Yeah, that could have
awesome.
gone really badly.
Yeah, no, that's all right. That would have been still good. That was fun.
I wasn't sure how to react to a live mushroom. Like, would he love it or hate it?
yeah.
He killed it, but is that good?
Yeah.
We'll just let confusion reign for a while, I think.
Which I think that was the right thing to do. Also, I'm just gonna. Well, actually, I'll wait for someone else to get back. I'm not just gonna leave you sitting there by yourself. But I need to grab my water because
thank God.
Oh wait, are you? So you are there, Shannon?
Yeah, I'm here.
Your camera's just.
But
busted.
I'm having camera issues, so.
Oh, you guys talk for like a minute while I just go grab some water. Oh my God! Say hi to the
camera
chat.
Has a rash.
Look after that. And chat, look after them while I grab some water.
I can give you
how do I sort this
just
out?
a little supple muscle relaxer.
A little squeeze.
Yeah. And then it'll feel right as rain.
What have I done? I'm going to go into massage mode.
Yep, do it.
Massage
it up.
Oh, okay. I think I've had to use a different camera.
Oh,
It makes me look very like a dried apricot.
Nice t-shirt.
Oh yeah, this is the Curse of Strahd lineup from our sessions, which is awesome. It's available if people want to grab one. And you should.
It's working.
Here's a link. There's our merch there. Of course, I gave myself a character straight away that has like a gravelly voice that ruins my throat.
Oh, there was some good thunder.
That was great thunder.
At the same time as well. Okay, here we go.
Gildan's having a good time.
I fixed it.
Those funsies. It'll do it for you free time. It's so good. So reliable.
Avatar.
That's how they filmed Avatar, actually. Just that's it.
Yeah, I could have done it way
like
cheaper.
Tobias from Arrested Development when he joins the Blue Man Group.
He blew himself.
Oh.
Blue.
Oh yeah, with the frog. So good.
No, that's the Crazy Frog one, isn't it? All right.
Same song, just different lyrics and tune and stuff.
And yeah, different instruments and synths.
Yeah, different author.
Yeah.
Is this working now?
What were you trying to get done?
What's going on? Oh, my other camera kept freezing and then crashing everything. So
I don't know how I didn't notice, but I didn't notice. So that's
okay. Good.
All right.
I'm a bit annoyed by this Aristel already. Not annoyed, but there's obviously some tension going on there.
Yeah. We didn't murder everyone in the tavern, so there's that.
Yes, it's true.
I mean, yeah. I don't know if there'll be. We'll have to see where that goes. But obviously,
Can't wait for this meat of the day.
Yeah.
I need to get like a random meat rolling table.
Yeah.
Meat table D&D. If I got a meat, I'm sure there's got to be a meat table, right? They're all like magic. Okay, I don't want magical meats. I just want something boring. I just want a meat table.
You could make a table like beef, sheep, and just roll a d20.
Yeah, beef, sheep. That's it.
That's meat.
So it just cycles. Depends on which animal has passed away that day. It's not even like it's not even
They're
farmed.
going to butcher it. They wait for it to pass away. Okay, well that's good.
Yeah,
humane.
And they just
why don't we do that now?
I don't know. Just do that.
Like there might be a problem in the village if one animal dies every day. Around about dinner time. There goes Bessie.
So many of them, and they're just dying of old age.
Yeah. Maybe there's a queue, right? And the queue is just slowly pushing them. And then at 6 o'clock, one just.
And it's just
like they've been forced into a grinder or something.
Okay.
Yeah, this town is something going wrong here. The beer is weird.
Maybe it's just the three of us strolling in. It went wrong with the town.
Okay. Well, all right. Let's jump back in.
Whoosh.
I'm doing D&D in the garage now, and that's also where the cat's litter box is. So the cats just come in to take a shit in front of me.
Just get
Appetizing.
some sort of
stink out
Febreze out.
Oh, we need more than Febreze. I'll be needing to empty like 2 cans directly into each nostril.
Is he just like staring at you as well? Just like
No,
searching you?
you almost did it like with a complete disdain for me. Like, I'm not even going to acknowledge your existence.
That's probably
Well,
the
off you
best.
fuck. Good.
You need to get an extra camera on that kitty litter.
Oh yeah, a little sub camera in the corner. Litter
Cat shit updates.
You
I
could
just
have.
had to let Griffin out.
I've seen a lot of streamers do that, where they'll have like a pet cam. So they'll have their camera on them, and then their little pet cam. So you can just set up like a litter cam, I reckon, and just
Yeah.
every time the cat comes in, turn on litter cam.
Yeah.
Who
You
would
have a
want to see
spreadsheet,
that?
track the metrics and stuff.
Be surprised. Yeah. You would start like in one of those trains.
Someone would probably suddenly subscribe. I
piss
reckon.
train.
Something like, all right, time to subscribe.
Cat shit train. Oh my god.
All right, do we have some sounds? We've got some sounds going. Okay, so you guys.
Training.
Oh my god. It's back in the litter. You wouldn't bloody read about it.
Is it doing it? I just imagined it was going this whole time.
No,
Scat cam,
clearly-
someone said. Alien
no,
Z
don't do that.
scat cam.
What is happening?
It's just pooing. Oh, it's worse than the one before.
It's worse than the one before.
It's even
Let's
worse
play
that
the
you're
game.
leaving it up to the imagination so much.
Let's play the game. We've only got 40 minutes left.
Okay, all right. Let's get back.
on.
Let's get
Yes,
back
yes.
into it. As much
Before you
as,
have to go back to reality.
as the stench rolls in of the meat of the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drink,
All right.
drink your delicious. You sniff up the fumes.
Okay. So thank you, aliens, for your follow. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so you're back. You guys are in the Broken Wand. You're seated at the table. You're hearing a few of the conversations taking place around you, and you're waiting for the serving of 3 servings of meat of the day. And what shows up is actually pretty decent. There's like, it's steaming hot. There's, sorry, we're not talking about Adam's cat, sorry. The meat of the day platter is steaming hot. There's a decent serving on each of the plates. There is a rich gravy on top. And
It's an absolute pulse of meat.
and a really nice side serving of like boiled vegetables on the side as well.
Boiled vegetables.
Heavily boiled vegetables on the side.
Just holding their
Like
shape.
in the 1980s when your parents would like, boil
Yeah.
them until they had all the colour and
Semi-translucent
leached out.
broccoli.
Yeah, exactly right.
Some carrots that are glassy.
Yeah, and he's brought just a small little dish of like herbs that you could put on top to your own liking, basically. Some little sprigs of rosemary and stuff. And he says, meat of the day is lamb. And as he puts the 3 plates down onto the table, that'll be 3 gold pieces total for that.
Whoa.
Biko's gonna reach for his pouch and be like, "Oh, piss."
Gildan? Oh,
It's one a piece, not 3 each or anything. Just one a piece.
guys, the little
Gildan,
stone guys.
surely this one's on you.
What do you mean? Why would it be on me?
Do you mind, Gildan?
Well, because you've recently...
Yeah, do you mind?
Because, because of the...
You're supposed to be paying me, remember? 15%. Look, do we have to
It's
pay
on.
up front or?
I'm gonna
Look, I'll be over.
I'm gonna look at Wilfred.
I'll be over at the bar. Just pay before you leave, and that's absolutely fine.
Guys, I think I left my knife in that cave too. Shit.
Oh, that's
Should we
no
go
good.
back?
Anyway, let's tuck in.
Okay.
Yeah, eat first,
Alright.
and then we'll figure it out. I like it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. You guys pay.
Perfect.
Gilda pays. Lovejoy, what do you think? Gilda pays?
Gildan Pace, 100%.
Yeah.
This doesn't belong to me. This belongs to the church. Okay, so the church doesn't pay for you.
Oh, you weren't saying that when you were half inching it from the church, were you?
I have to pay it back now.
If only you'd adopted their attitude earlier in your life.
That's what I was thinking.
Biko's going to find it awkward and just keep eating.
Some of the sounds that you're hearing from within the tavern, you can see Wilfred now sort of leaning up against a bar, talking with one of the locals, and he's telling this big, tall tale of how he was out hunting, and they should have seen the size of the thing that he was hunting. It was enormous. But would you believe it? Something scared it away just at that moment that he could have taken that final shot on it. And look, he's going to go out again in the next few days to see if he can find it again. And the person listening to the story is just like all ears. He's absolutely taken in by Wilfred's story. Other sort of conversation. Oh, sorry, Adam? No? Okay. Other sort of things that have been picked up around the tavern, as you can hear, some two old blokes talking about which part of the river is best for fishing in. There seems to be a bit of a back and forth, a bit of an argument over the quality of the fish. One of them say, look, the quality of the fish where I get them is the best that you'll ever get. And then the other guy's laughing and saying, oh, not even Wilfred would serve your fish on the best of days at that spot. You want to come down to where I get my fish. And it's this back and forth argument between these old guys. There's another table, a couple of, like a small family is there, and you can see the mother and the father of these two smaller kids having a conversation. You can hear the mother sort of saying that she thinks there's something up between Barris and Zane. There's something there. I've seen the looks. And the husband's like, I don't know what you're talking about. This is insane. There's not. I don't know what kind of thing do you think is between.
It's insane.
That's the yeah. And so there's a lot of conversations happening around. There's people coming and going throughout the time that you're spending eating at the table. What is it that you guys would like to do with the rest of the day? Did you like this idea that Todd threw out of these celebrations? So the other thing that you are hearing is people are getting excited for these celebrations. It's not every day that new people come into Kalderra. And you have been getting quite a lot of looks, but no one's really approached you to talk to you yet. They're just a little unsure. What is the energy of your characters in regards to like celebration? Let's start with Biko.
Biko's pretty pumped to be in a new place, and he's looking forward in the following days to look at all the stuff. In his mind, he's quite happy to do the celebrations of whatever that is. That's going to be awesome. But he's a little bit worried that he's got no cash.
What happened with Biko's cash?
He lost his pouch to the little guys in the forest at the first part of episode 1.
Oh, I thought
he's only sort of just realized.
Right. I thought he got his back. I thought he was
got
fast
Lovejoy's
enough.
back.
No. When the first rock guys were trying to grab them, you were faster than the rock guys, and you managed to stop them from grabbing your pouch, which is why they went for Lovejoy. So I think Biko still has his pouch on him. He should do anay.
Right, let's take it from the top. Let's
go back to...
Only one way to...
You've just woken up. It's all
New playthrough.
Cool. Biko realized he just ate a bit too much funsies today, and his pouch was in the other pocket. He doesn't organize this very well. And
your shout.
He sees his mates enjoying his meal, and he's like, clink, 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 and drops 3 coins And he's just ready for the celebrations now. He's like, yeah.
All right. How's Gildan feeling about the celebrations Todd mentioned?
I'm very impressed by this show of generosity, and I'm sure there'll be much more to come. So thank you, Biko. I'm happy to go along with whatever's happening in the town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Lovejoy seems a little tired from the day.
Yeah, I think because I got hit by a rock and almost killed.
Small thing.
It's just that I don't quite feel like going out tonight.
Yeah.
So I think he's up for a celebration at maybe a little bit later once he's had a long rest.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's fair. I think throughout the next sort of hour or so of you seated at the Broken Wand, eating and conversing, maybe a few people would have approached your table and they've just asked some questions about you three and asked about some of your backstory. Are you open with sharing any of your information with the people that are almost enamored, excited? There's an excitement to have you here. Biko, what sort of stuff would you be telling maybe 2 or 3 people over this hour that might approach you?
Yeah, Biko's very trusting and would quite happily tell anyone anything about himself and ask some sort of curious questions of them as well. So he would mention of his pre-physician status and his mushroom collection abilities, and he might inquire to see if there's any work in the town for mushroom collection or distribution or filleting needs.
Yeah. There's like one of the people that you speak to, have spoken to this about to one of them, and they get very excited and they're like, how long are you going to be here? I'll be right back. And they run off and they come back with this sort of younger guy, maybe early 20s. He's a bit of a forager for the town, and he sort of has this conversation with you and sort of picks your brain about the different mushrooms you've come across and other harvestables that you might find. So he seems to be quite broad with what he forages. And so while he's interested to talk a little bit about mushroom, he wants to start talking about a bunch of other things as well. Does Biko kind of hone in on mushrooms, or does he continue that broader conversation?
Mushrooms definitely are where his interests lie, but he's interested to see what other stuff is in this new place and is quite happy to spend some time listening to the locals and hearing about how different things happen there. He'd throw a few shallow questions of, tell me more about X or Y. But that does remind me of that speckled mushroom, and every now and then pull it back to mushrooms.
Gildan, what sort of stuff would you be speaking to people who are coming and asking about you? And
I'm quite open. I'd be handing out brochures about P-Law.
Okay.
And I'll be mentioning about how great he is, how handy he is, and I'll be passing around an alms box.
Okay.
And saying potentially, anything you can give will go straight to the church. And and
what I might do is I'll get a couple of rolls. Biko, can I just get a nature roll from you, just in regards to the quality of conversation you're having with this group? Oh, this one forager. Oh, mate.
Biko rolled a nat 20.
Nat 20. That is an amazing conversation. You are in tune with this guy. The back and forth is amazing. You're interested in everything he's saying. He's interested in everything you're saying. This conversation couldn't be more interesting to both of you. It's like you've met like a new best friend, basically.
BFFs.
Gildan, can I get a religion roll?
I'm not very good at that.
Okay, well, that's interesting.
I got a -1. So 5 -1.
Okay. You all of these conversations that you're having with people, the moment you start talking about P-Law, You just get you get spoken over, and no one really hears you mentioning much about Pelor or this box, because they're more interested in telling you about Aristal. And they say, look, you've got to come down to the Church of Aristal. You've got to see for yourself. We can show you directly the power of Aristal. They're really wanting to take you along like right now.
Okay, well, I'm not really into religion that much, but I suppose I could have a look.
Yeah. And Lovejoy, what sort of stuff would you be speaking to people who approach you?
I think probably happy to share, my background in antique dealing and that kind of thing, but obviously nothing about, I'm on the run or, I'm the 10th son of a nobleman or anything like that. But I think I'd be making myself seem like a bit more of a knowledge base than I actually am, in saying things like, if you got anything that you want me to appraise, you just drop it by. I'll give you my expertise for no cost. I could even on-sell it for you, make a few bob on the side. That is something sort of hustling to try and get some artifacts or antiques.
Yeah, you've got one guy that is just like, hears you talking about appraising, and he walks over and he's like, how much is this then? And he throws this like little locket down on the table. How much do you think that is? And then when you tell him what the price of that is, he fishes around in his pocket and he goes, well, listen, it's like this old coin, this 30-year-old coin. What about that? Throws that down. It's like just a copper piece. And everything that you appraise, he's just keeps like finding something else. But he's very entertained by it, but it's almost comes off kind of rude. Can I get... you can... decide, it'll be a charisma roll, but it can either be either a deception if you're trying to bullshit him, it can be intimidation if you're kind of like sick of what he's doing, or you can do a performance roll and sort of have like a bit of performance and show to what you're doing, to the appraisals.
I think there'll be a lot of like steadying the glasses and like, rub bits of kind of wear and that sort of stuff away to see maker's marks and that kind of thing. So I think it will be performance.
Okay, give us a performance roll.
It's a total of 4. Is that another net 1? Yeah, it is. It's a net 1.
It's 2 net 1s in a row.
You're doing what you think is like the perfect appraisal, right? You're thinking, I'll sell this guy on like how amazing what he's got is, almost kind of like add a bit of flourish to it, and he's just not impressed. He after maybe 3 or 4 things that he's plopped down on the table in front of you, you've given him a price, he's put it back on his pocket, into his pocket, and he's just walked out of the broker one sort of muttering, oh, anyone can do that, I could have told you that was that much, but anyway, as he just mumbles and sort of exits the broker one.
And he was right to do it, which is what hurts the most.
Well, what does he know, Lovejoy? I've seen your skills. Like, you're telling me about my...
Well, thank you. Thank you, Gildan. I'm a wee bit under the weather, as you know. Got the old head. But it's smarting.
It looks lumpy.
Can we look at it? I could totally give it a spray.
Rub your mushroom on it.
I didn't
eat all
I don't need anyone rubbing their mushroom on it.
Well...
Thanks.
So, are you keen for celebrations, guys, or nap?
I'm happy to go, but I am a bit creaky. So, what do you guys reckon? You guys look a bit more bloody than me.
I definitely need to lie down, I think.
Do you want to go look at this Aristel thing? I've been invited.
We'll come for a walk.
Yeah,
Okay.
just an
I suppose
evening
I could have a
stroll.
wee look.
Yeah.
I could have an evening stroll before I turn in for the night.
Okay. All right. So the two that were sort of talking to you about sort of religion and Aristal, and you tried to talk to them a little bit about Pelor, but it just went straight back to Aristal. They noticed that you're sort of finished off the meal, and they're back at your table now, and they're like, "You ready? Are you ready? Can we take you to the church?"
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, great. They're both really excited. All right, you guys, this is gonna change the way you think. This is amazing. Do you guys know magic? You look like you might know some magic. Do you guys know magic?
Not really.
I know a wee bit.
Okay, that's great. Not many.
Have a look at this, and then I'm gonna. Oh, and I've not got any bullshit ones that I'm gonna just use it up. So have a look at this, and then I don't do anything.
Just bolt them in the head or something.
Hang on. Have a look at this, and I pick up my. What's my plate made out of? Ceramic or something like that? The plate that my meat was on.
Sure, yeah.
I have a look at this, and I pick the plate up, and I just drop it on the floor. I smash it, and I would imagine everyone kind of turns to look, and then I
just like everyone in the
mending.
Everyone in the broken one's like, when like one person's like, hey, yeah, like when like a barman drops something, but they all turn around to see this plate shattered on the ground.
I cast mending on the plate.
Everyone is like a little shocked. They're not impressed. They're shocked. They're like,
whoa.
Can you not just? And Wilfred sort of comes out and he sees that there's a little bit of gravy left on the ground next to where the plate was broken, and Wilfred seriously just says, "I won't have any of that magic.
Oh no!
In my establishment."
But this bloke over there he asked me to do it.
Did he ask you to do it, or did he? And he just turns to the he like turns to the younger guy, and they go, "I didn't ask him to do it. I just asked if he could do it. I was going to take him to the church." And Wilfred turns to you three at the table and says, "Look, you guys are new here. I get it. We don't take too kindly to magic here in Kalderra, okay? You won't see people using magic here in Kalderra, unless maybe for the purposes of defense or healing."
That's what I was doing. Wilfred, I was healing the plate, mate. Surely you don't want your plate busted up, do you? I was just putting it back together, son.
And he picks the plate up off the ground and sort of like gets his cloth off from over his shoulder and gives it a wipe down. He holds it up and inspects it. He's like, "I just don't want to see this in my establishment ever again, all right? Okay? Have we got an agreement?"
Right. Oh, all right. Jeez.
And it's like all of the patrons are a little more quiet, and there's sort of like an awkward moment where they're like understanding sort of the severity to them of what happened. And they're like, should we go to the church? It'll all make sense if we can show you the church.
It's a bit awkward.
Take you there.
Yeah. Of course.
The matriarch.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
The matriarch will explain everything.
Sorry. I imagine there's this kind of like awkward thing as we all shuffle towards the door. This kind of, you can hear like every footstep.
Yeah.
And the minute the door's closed, that like hum of conversation starts.
Just kicks back up. Yeah.
You got told off, Lovejoy. Oh, Wilfred told you off big time.
How much was that plate worth?
I'm so sorry. I didn't think you would just. I thought you might be magic. I didn't think you'd actually do the magic. If you're going to be doing that, try and just keep it to yourself. But it will. I swear, it'll all make sense soon as they start walking towards the center of Kalderra. And as you follow these two 20-something-year-old just humans, they're just a couple of guys. They're quite passive. They're quite meek. They're sort of walking along the path towards, and you get to sort of an edge that drops down, and it's almost like this perfect circle that has been lowered down into the center of Kalderra that you can look down into, and it's maybe a 10 to 15 foot drop down to where this building is, and they just stand there at the edge. Oh, isn't it amazing? And you're taking in this church is much bigger than this building is much bigger than most of the other homes or buildings in the city. There's just lush green vegetation surrounding it. It's like it's been left where other trees have been cut down and used in other parts of the village. This ring of trees has been left completely, and then just beautiful paved stonework as a path to make your way around that area. Let's go. And they take you down the hill, down the slope into this lowered clearing, and around the trees, and the trees just have beautiful song of birds and insects coming out from it. And you can hear the hum of the village around you as well. And they take you to the entranceway to this church. The church looks to be in really, really good condition. Most of the buildings here in Kalderra look like they've been looked after quite well, but it's clear that the church has been venerated, really brought up into a point where it needs to be looked after. As clean as it is on the outside, you can only imagine it has been this way because of the love that the people of Kalderra have for the very reason of this church. You might want to take.
It's quite nice.
You might want to take a big breath because what you're about to see is very special.
Is it smelly in there? Or?
Oh no, the matriarch would never let it be smelly. They take what you said incredibly seriously.
All right.
And they grab onto the door handle and push open the door to the church. So what you see when that door opens is there's rows of seats, pews, sort of each side of the aisle leading to the back of the church. At the very back of the church is an older lady. She looks to be maybe in her 60s, grey hair, and she's standing next to this stone carving. It's hard to detail. It's almost like a perfect cylinder has been chiseled out of stone, as if to hold something within it. But there's nothing within it. It's just a weird cylinder. It's lower at the front than it is at the back. It angles up, and it's a cylinder, an empty cylinder.
Like a tube.
Yeah, like a tube. It's maybe only 2 foot tall at the front, and it raises up to maybe 6 feet at the back, and it's just an empty cylindrical tube. And after what they said, the importance of what was in this church, you just kind of, it doesn't really seem like much now that you're looking at it. And they go, isn't it amazing? Isn't Aristal amazing?
This is quite a nice pipe.
And they're just like, of course. Look, the matriarch will explain all of it. And you step into the church, and the lady at the far end of the church sort of speaks up. Here we go. Welcome to the Church of Aristal. I'm glad you've chosen for this to be one of your first destinations here in Kalderra.
Yep.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. Lovejoy Solomus is my name.
I am Matriarch Daria. Nice to make your acquaintance, Lovejoy.
Daria. That's a lovely name, that is. I had a niece called Daria.
I bet she was a wonderful young thing.
Biko.
Okay, Biko. Hi. Nice to make your acquaintance. And you? He points. She looks towards Gildan.
Yes, hello. I'm Gildan Glowbone. Pleased to meet you. Nice church you got here. It's pretty good.
It's
Seats.
pride and joy of Kalderra. That's for certain. You're probably
very well looked after.
It is. We make sure the church is cleaned every few days to bring it up to Aristal's quality, the quality that he desires.
Oh, how many?
I bet there's some incredible artifacts around here, isn't there?
Yeah.
Sorry.
What sort of stuff? What sort of stuff are you looking for? So you're sort of taking a quick look around and seeing what is there. Is that what you're saying?
Some pipes.
Yeah, you've been in churches.
Mm-hmm.
I assume.
You
heathen.
Not often, that's for sure. Is there anything you're specifically looking for? No, just the typical
carvings,
adornments.
Like all the, like little ornaments or figurines or anything.
Tapestries.
Everything.
You tapestry.
Everything that is brass is polished to perfection. The floor looks to have been like recently swept, and it's all stonework underneath your feet. Everything is great. It's just spick and span for sure. I'm trying to get.
You could totally do surgery in here, guys. Look how clean this place is.
I know, it's like they sweep it every few days.
Yeah. So much
Just
work,
like a surgery.
such job. Yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
you could
look,
blood
where you
let
put
in
that-
here.
You put that little bleedy bit. We could totally fix it up for you.
Ah.
I think honestly, I think it's just going to heal itself. Really, I don't think I need any
It
assistance on
does.
it.
It looks like it's scabbing up.
Matriarch, what do you think of this? Should we just give it the old snippy and then put that little paste on it?
Not within these walls, if that's okay, Biko. But I appreciate the enthusiasm.
Do you have a medical, like, patchy bandage house?
We absolutely do. I'm sure we can take you there at some point. Do you have an interest in the?
I'm fine.
Oh yes. Let's talk.
You're all
No.
probably very confused as to what Kalderra stands for, why we're here, and why the importance of this building. I'm sure it is always a talking point for those who are new to Kalderra.
It's a good spot, right in the
It's-
middle.
It is the only spot this church could have been placed, which makes it
Why
incredibly
is that? It's just a
special.
planning zoning sort of thing, was it?
And
Must be the mayor.
she gestures over to the cylinder at the back of the church, and the fact that it seems to be hugging nothing. She says it's because of that. The church had to be in this exact place to house
Plumbing, of course. Yeah.
Drainage.
Aristal's void.
What?
And she stands sort of hands on her
Void.
hip, looking at the cylinder and its emptiness. And she says, Aristal's void. What you're looking at there is Aristal's void. Have you heard the tale of Aristal before?
No, tell me the tale.
I feel
we
like
paying for
we're
it?
about to, though.
Oh, only if you'd like to hear it. It is a great story that starts many hundred years ago. But I'll keep it. I'll keep
I
it
don't
short.
mean to be. I don't mean to be rude. You're not going to be asking for a donation at the end of this, are you? Because I've had enough of that from this guy over the years.
No. We don't need any sort of donations, Lovejoy.
What?
You hear that, Gilden? You
What?
hear that,
Hold
Gilden?
on. How many people do you get in? Do you have a service every week or so?
Oh, people come daily for services here.
Daily.
Hilton.
And what is it? How many patrons you got?
We have just Aristal. That is all we need.
No, how many people?
How
what
many
are they called?
followers? How many followers?
How many
is it?
Worshippers.
Yeah. How many people showing up a day?
Oh, we'll often get maybe 70% of the populace through here every day, on and off throughout the day to give their
That's
warm.
what a money
wishes
maker.
towards
We got
them.
15%.
Oh no, there's no money to be made here. Aristal, that is not what Aristal would want.
Okay, so there's quite a bit up for grabs.
Do you know the easiest thing for me to do right now is to show you Aristal in all of his
Okay.
glory. There's
Well, I'd love to see him.
do any of you know magic?
Do I know magic? Oh, and then he like Lovejoy looks like quite like into it, and then remembers what happened. And
Lovejoy,
I mean,
smash that. And I point at an artifact.
The two
know.
that brought you into the church, they're like, no, it's okay if you've got something, you can do it in this. You can do it in this church. Some sort of projectile or something that you can aim towards Aristal's pillar, his void.
Oh, I don't think you want me unleashing that in here, do you? I know a spell called Ray of Frost. Are you familiar with Ray of Frost?
I've heard of it, and I'm sure it is nothing for the power of Aristal. Please. And she stands back and gestures towards the cylinder. And what you can see now, at its highest edge, there's a symbol made of sort of three inwards facing chevrons, almost like a target, almost pointing as a target on the far wall of this cylinder, and it seems to mirror the same sort of symbol that she's wearing around her neck, just on a small golden chain. She wears the similar 3 inward-facing chevrons, and she says, "Please, by all means, ray of frost."
All right. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Everybody loves Ray of Frost.
Biko's just going to step away from Lovejoy a bit.
Yeah, the two people,
Another one.
the two people that brought the two people that brought you in also sort of take a step back as well, because you can see that just the idea of magic is frightening to them.
3 met ones in a row.
I'll let you roll with advantage because you are quite close to this cylinder.
Yeah. It's not dodging
Yeah,
anything, is it?
I'm quite close. That's
Static object.
And it's a static object. It's not moving. Okay.
11 plus 5 is 16.
Okay. It was gonna hit somewhere within that cylinder, but with a roll of 16, that'll hit you square. You've aimed square for that target. What seems like a target on the opposing wall.
Rim.
Do you want to explain what Ray of Frost looks like when you cast it?
Absolutely, I do. A frigid beam of blue-white light streaks out toward my target.
Okay. It enters where that cylinder starts, like the front end of the cylinder, and it instantly just
Aristotel's
and
void.
it instantly just implodes down into nothing within the void. Just completely gone. It doesn't reach the far end of the cylinder. And Daria is just standing there with a smirk on her face. She says, "Praise be Aristal. There is no magic that Aristal can't devour."
It's never done that before.
Bit of a fizzler.
Honestly, can I try again?
Please.
And
If you've got
we won't
something,
roll, but Lovejoy.
if you've got something more powerful, by all means.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't have anything more powerful. Yeah, I just shoot another ray of frost into the same place.
And the same thing happens yet again. Can I get a perception roll from everybody, from the 3 of you? I'm assuming you're all watching this take place.
Mm-hmm. 12 plus 3. 15.
Fucking hell, you're joking. Another one.
No one. 4 out of 5.
Biko rolls 16 plus 3 for 19.
Okay, Biko, I'll say you noticed this. I'm just going to take whoever had the highest roll there. But Biko, you noticed that there's something odd, just almost imperceptible when the ray of frost hit. It's not the fact that it imploded into nothingness. That's weird enough as it is. But you thought you noticed something when it entered in that you can't really put your finger on. Something has seemed a little off. And that's where we'll end the session for tonight.
Bit of a mystery.
Dum, dum, dum.
So what's the diameter of Aristotle's tube?
Sorry, I didn't give you the diameter of his thing. It's 3 feet wide.
I can't picture it. So
Is it vertical or horizontal?
Think of a big concrete tube, right? That's standing on its flat surface. So it's a big circular cylinder, right? Now just imagine it's being cut to a point so the front end is low at about a foot off the ground, and the back
an angle is what
it's called an angle. There's an angle. Basically, think of a cylinder tube, and like a samurai has like gone, and the top half of it is
a
gone.
Section's been cut out.
And it looks like the top half slowly slides like that.
Does it look like a pizza oven? They have
Looks like a PVC pipe.
Yeah, it's basically.
But what's the cut out of it?
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that, except like the front end is much lower and it's hollow. It's like so it's like it's got a hollow interior as well.
I was imagining it was cut from the bottom, like the bottom thing, And I thought you said it was leaned back at an angle, but it's like
It's
it's like a bamboo. And
that's
you
perfect. It's
sliced
like
it.
it's exactly like that. There you go.
The top at an angle. Oh, okay.
Yeah. There you go. That's perfect.
Quick drawing.
And it's just got 3 little chevrons facing at the top end at the back there, which is
Citron.
Citron? Is that their
The chevron.
right?
Of Citron. Citroen.
Yeah, perfect. There you go. I should take that and just put it up on the Roll20. And so she's got a similar golden
chevrons
symbol. Yeah. She's got that same sort of symbol hanging from a golden necklace around. Don't aim for that one.
There wasn't that one involved.
yeah. Just want to thank QSD for giving a sub to Hoju the Elder. Thank you so much for that. Adam, you're off, are you?
Thanks, Kiosty. I've got to jump.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Thank you so much.
Good game. Thanks to the viewers as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for the hype train.
Yeah. And for the hype conductors.
I'm enjoying my time in the Broken Wand.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one, man. So I think
need some cat shit updates though.
That's what I need. I need them. You know what? Here's a link to our Discord where hopefully we'll get some cat shit updates from Adam himself. Here's a link to our YouTube if you need to catch up on what we've been doing in Kalderra and haven't seen so far. What else is there? Oh yeah, our Patreon. Please do, if you like what we're doing, please do jump onto our Patreon and support us. Because every single dollar that we get from you goes towards things like our Incarnate subscription or our Roll20 or D&D Beyond subscription and assets to make stuff with. So yeah, it all goes to something good to make it even better. But I am still stealing art for people's faces. Actually, I'll show you what, Todd, let me just bring Todd back up. Todd, that was AI, this guy. This was an AI guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, don't admit it.
Why not? What's wrong? Do you think I painted that myself?
Yes. Yeah.
I can't. I'm not that good. I'm not even that good. Others I've just stolen. So I mean, I've either stolen from people or stolen from.
Or the D&D books. They get,
sometimes steal from D&D. Yeah. Thanks, guys. That was a good session.
Yeah, nice.
Thank
work.
you.
Yeah.
We didn't die. That's better than last time.
Yeah.
And this mysterious village. Yeah, it's intriguing. I think you've done a great job, by the way, of
cool.
making a setting that seems natural. Like it's got its own thing going on. Yeah,
I've written a lot of notes for this village and its history and its everything. So hopefully that the whole point was I didn't want to have just something that felt cobbled together. I wanted it to feel like it had a history and a past, and I have got so many notes for that. So yeah, and some of it you'll probably never learn. It's just to help me figure things out. Really,
is that because if we asked, you wouldn't tell us?
I think there is stuff that the people of Kalderra don't know that I've written down. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, and there will only be more to come. More mystery, and more stuff,
more
to unveil.
Pipes.
Just more pipes. Yeah. Awesome. So you guys have seen the powers of Aristal, which is great, and we'll go into what your characters think of it next week, same time, same place. But thanks to everyone who stopped by to watch. Thank you guys for playing. You guys are amazing. I'll get this up hopefully in the next day or two for Patreon supporters so they can watch it before anyone else on YouTube. Good night, everybody.
Thanks all. Thanks, Reagan. Thanks to the internet.
Yeah. All right. See you, everyone.
Ciao.